What up, everybody? It's Nate from A&N Custom Prints, and today we're going to talk about selling trademarked logos and how I got set up in a sting operation for selling trademarked logos. And if you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen the interview I did with the homie Big Brando a couple months ago, talking about the situation. Originally, I was just going to upload that interview, but it's super long. It's a lot to edit. He had issues editing it on his program. It was just a mission. So he did his own video on it. You can go check it out on his YouTube, Big Brando. I'm deciding to make my own video on it also, explaining what happened. So yeah, here it is. Okay, so what happened was I posted some shirts on the Facebook Marketplace. It was a Lakers shirt, not exactly the Laker logo. It just said the word Lakers. I'll put a picture somewhere. And some lady hit me up. She was interested in the shirt. We went through the whole process, and then she ended up wanting another shirt in that same order, but she wanted a Rams shirt. And I said, okay, what do you have in mind? She sent me the Rams logo, and she wanted me to put the actual Rams logo on a shirt. This was before I knew all this shit that happened. So, okay, I'll put the Rams logo on the shirt. I did that. When it was time for her to come pick them up, supposedly she couldn't make it. She sent her brother. Her brother came, and he seemed really interested in the shirts, especially the Lakers shirts. So then he asked me if I made group shirts, like, bulk orders, for a large group, because supposedly him and his homies, they like to go to baseball games. So I was like, yeah, just hit me up. My card is in there, all of that stuff. A couple months went by, didn't hear from the girl, didn't hear from the brother, nobody. March, I think, of this year, February, March, she hits me up. She's like, hey, my brother is interested in buying some shirts. He wants some shirts that you have listed. I'll put a picture of here of what they were. So, okay, well, how many does he want? He wanted 45 shirts. He wanted 15 Dodgers, 15 Rams, and 15 Lakers. So he wanted 45 shirts. I said, cool, that's fine. Once again, these shirts do not have the actual logo of the team. This is the team name, as you'll see in the picture, and that's it. So I was like, cool. I started working on the shirts, and then she hits me up, and she's all like, hey, can you add the team logo on each shirt of each team? I honestly didn't want to do that because that's a whole lot of work. It wasn't because of the trademark issue. It was because it was a whole lot of work. The Dodger logo is 2 colors. The Laker logo is 3 colors, 4 colors actually. And then the Rams, it was 2 colors. That was a whole lot of extra work, and I gave her a price on top of what I had already charged her, so she could possibly say no, because I really didn't want to do it. She ended up saying yes. She wanted the logo on the place of the shirt that I didn't like. So my dumb ass went and said, nah, you should put the logo on the sleeve, and it'll look better. So then I sent her a mock-up and everything. Oh, it'll look cool like this. And she's like, oh, you know what? That's actually perfect. He loved it. Whatever. I busted my ass for these 45 shirts. When it was time to come pick up, I was always at work. The brother was always at work, supposedly. And we just didn't have a day to meet up. So eventually the day came. And he's like, hey, I'm free this day. Are you free? I was like, yeah. He pulled up. It was just me and my son that were here at home. So I walked out with a fucking box. I walked out with my son in the other hand. And I go to the guy and I give him the box. He's looking at the shirts, whatever. He hands me the money. Once he hands me the money, he's like, yeah, can I open these up and take a look at them? Yeah, he opens them up. As soon as he opens them, an undercover pulls up in front of us. And I was completely lost. I was like, and I even told him, I was like, oh shit, like that's an undercover. Not knowing they were fucking there for me. So I look, and the undercover comes up to me. He's like, come here. I was like, me? He's like, yeah, you, come here. He's like, can we search you? I was like, well, yeah, go ahead. And I had my son in my hands. I was like, yeah, just go ahead. What's going on? And the cop told me that, hey, you're selling trademark shit, blah, blah, blah. By the way, I'm summarizing everything. It's a super long story, and I don't remember everything they told me. So pretty much it was, hey, we caught you for selling trademarked shit. I was lost. I was like, what? And yeah, so they explained to me, these are counterfeit items because it has a team logo, but they're not really coming from either the NBA, NFL, or MLB, so they're counterfeit. So I was like, all right, so what's gonna happen next? They wanted to come up in our apartment and search everything, and I was kind of hesitant because A, I don't like the police. B, I was like, nah, because I've seen where they come in here and just tear your fucking house up, and I didn't want none of that shit. So I kind of hesitated to let them in, and then the sergeant came. He's like, look, you either let us in or we get a warrant, come back and bust down your door. So I was like, fuck. In my head the whole time thinking like, fuck, should I just get a lawyer? What the fuck should I do? They took away my phone. I couldn't call nobody, and I'm just there holding my son until my mom pulled up and picked up my son. So what they ended up telling me was, look, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna take your heat press, we're gonna take everything you use to make these shirts, we're gonna take all of it. I had just bought this heat press right here. I had just bought it like a week or two before this shit happened. So I was fucking like, damn, like what the fuck is going on? At the end, I was like, you know, fuck it, you guys can go in there. I mean, I have nothing else in there. Like all my shit is made to order, so it's only whatever is here. They came in here, they looked around, they didn't fuck shit up. They looked around, they went back down. Meanwhile, I was downstairs writing a report, and they're like, just write whatever, why you're doing this, why you're selling shirts, all that shit. And I told them, I was like, you know, some of these logos, I actually bought the SVG file on Etsy. And they're like, we'll put all of that in there. I was like, all right. So I did, I made my report. I complied to everything they told me. So they were like, look, since you're complying with us, we're gonna let you keep your heat press and all your shit. But if you can take us up there, and if you have any more sports shit, give it to us and we'll take it. So I came up here with them. I had some shit from the Super Bowl, some vinyl cutouts, and like a shirt that was a throwaway. I gave it to them. I was like, look, you guys can take this. This is all I have. Everything is made to order. After that, they had the guy that set me up talk to me and explain to me about the copyright shit and blah, blah, blah. Pretty much told me you can't sell any sports teams. You can't sell anything Disney. You can't sell anything trademark, copyrighted, whatever. I kind of knew that, but I looked on my fucking Instagram timeline, I looked on Etsy, everyone's selling this shit, everyone. And keep in mind, I'm super small. This is not my full-time business. This is a hobby as of now. I'm super small. I see people on Instagram, on Etsy making full-time job out of this, selling teams, selling Disney, selling all kinds of copyrighted shit. Give it. I still sell Disney shit on Etsy, but the fact that they set me up for that shit was kind of crazy. Like the fact that they went all out for a sting operation and all kinds of shit, it was crazy. So what they ended up doing was they took all the shit, the shirt. They gave me a fucking paper that I guess it was a receipt of what they took. I didn't get a copy of my report. I have not heard anything till this day. Today is July 10th, 2020. This shit happened February, March of this year. And I have not heard a single word from them. The guy told me, look, we're gonna turn this into the DA. You're either gonna get a small fine or we'll see what happens. I haven't gotten a fine, I haven't gotten anything. Yeah, that was pretty much the story of how I got set up. So the Facebook profile is under someone named Joanna. Turns out there's no Joanna. Turns out it's a brother. What they told me that he does is that people like the MLB, NFL, NBA, whatever, they hire him to catch people like me that are selling copyrighted shit on the internet. How did they catch on to me? I have no idea, because I look on Facebook, I look on Instagram, I look on Etsy. People are selling copyrighted shit left and right. Why did it happen to me? I don't know. But people that are out there selling copyrighted shit and all of that, be very careful. Do I think I got set up and they just came up on the shirt? Maybe, because I haven't heard anything back from anybody, but I don't know. So if anything happens, I'll make another video, or I'll just be in jail. I'm not really sure at the moment, but that's what happened to me. All right, so that's my story. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow us on Instagram at A&N Custom Prints, and send me a DM with any questions and stuff like that. That's it. Peace. I'm out.